Welcome, viewers. We are coming to you live from Compton, California, as the Saints take on the MLB Academy Barons. My name is Jack Steele, and I am also alongside Nicolette Rojo. We are still waiting for this one to get started, but the Arroyo Seco Saints are taking on the Academy Barons. This is the second matchup of the season that they'll be facing each other. The first time the Arroyo Seco Saints have been here at this ballpark here at Urban Youth Academy. So we're still waiting for this one to get started.
Now the starting lineup for your Academy Barons
will be
leading
coming
off,
up.
number 1, the second baseman, Trent Anderson.
We'll get back
Batting
to you.
second, the shortstop, number
But
7, Chaney
for
Ortiz.
now, hold on.
Batting third, center fielder, number 23, Basil Williams Jr. Kendall Pettis. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 26, Alante Hall. Batting ninth, left fielder, number 38, Ronnie Belton. And on the mound, number 19, Noel Soto.
And welcome back. We are coming to you live from Compton, California. You are listening to the official broadcast and live stream of the Arroyo Seco Saints. So, as the Barons warm up, we're going to introduce the lineup for the Saints as Nolan Tressler comes to the plate. So leading off will be Nolan Tressler, the left fielder. Batting second, Thomas Luvano, designated hitter. Batting third, the shortstop, Drew Cowley. Fourth will be first baseman, Andy Garriola. Right fielder, Evan Russell will bat fifth. David Reyna, the second baseman, will bat sixth. Thomas McCarthy, the catcher, will bat seventh. Tito Robles will bat eighth, the third baseman. And batting ninth will be Christian Scott, the center fielder. As this baseball game is underway, and Tressler takes his first pitch for a strike. 0-1.
As we take a look at the lineup for the defensive alignment for the MLB Academy Barons, on the mound is number 19, Noel Soto. Behind the plate, Alante Hall. In the infield from third base, number 5, Christian Lucio.
As Tressler hits this one deep to right field off the wall. And the right fielder, Pettis, throws it in, but Tressler is in the second safely. And a great start for the Saints here as their leadoff batter, Tressler, is on second with a leadoff double.
Channy Ortiz at the shortstop, number 7. Over at second base, number 1, Trent Anderson. Jalen Hurd, number 39, over at first. In the outfield, we got number 15, Kendall Pettis. Number 23, Basil Williams, over at center. And at right field, number 38, Ronald Belton III.
As Thomas Uvano grounds that one to short, but is easily taken care of, and that will be the first out of the inning.
Now batting shortstop, number 21, Drew Cowley.
And that will bring up the shortstop for the Saints, Drew Cowley. One out here in the top of the first with a man in scoring position.
Good start for the Saints. Leadoff man on deck, but unfortunately for Luvano, couldn't get a better piece of that and couldn't advance the runner. But still early, you only have one out, one on second in scoring position. So if you're the Saints, you have to capitalize early on.
Definitely. It would be a good momentum shift for the Saints if they can get on the board early here. And the pitch to Cowley is high and outside. The count right now is 2-0 to Cowley. So Cowley in a good hitter's count here. Looking to drive Tressler home from second. That's a curveball from Soto low. And the catcher, Hall, is going to go out to the mound and have a discussion with Soto after he throws 3 straight balls there.
Quick little mound meeting here. It's not necessarily to get Soto's confidence up. It was really quick, so it was just probably communication. And I noticed here the signs, they looked like the signs were a little bit off on both sides, so you just want to get a little communication with that. Now, as for the Saints, if you're Cali, definitely take advantage here. As Soto on the year has gave up 5 runs in 6 innings, so he's shown he's struggled a little bit on the mound, giving up those runs.
And with this 3-0 count here, I wonder if Cowley is going to have the green light or if he's just going to take this pitch all the way. And that pitch is outside, and the catcher can't handle it, so Tressler will advance to third. And we have runners on the corners here with 1 out in the top of the first. And now coming up to the plate is first baseman Andy Garriola. with an opportunity to get the Saints on the board.
If you're the Saints, this is the hitter you want.
Definitely.
Garriola is batting .326 with 3 RBIs, 15 hits, 13 singles, and 2 doubles. And he's started struggling off a little bit in the beginning of the season. Last few games he's been showing the confidence, and he's able to. Those hits are starting to fall in.
Totally. And Garriola was aggressive and swung after that first pitch. Again, swinging at that curveball, swing and a miss. 0-2 the count to Garriola. And going off what you said, Garriola has been a guy that's been consistently in the middle of the lineup for the Saints. So they definitely look to him to produce for their team. And the 0-2 to Garriola is inside corner, and that's called strike 3. Seems like Garriola may be disagreeing with that call.
Now batting right
But
fielder
that's
number 8,
2 outs now in the top of the first. And coming to the plate will be right fielder Evan Russell. And Evan Russell, a new addition to the Saints roster, played his first game for the Saints the other day yesterday against the Conejo Oaks, as he slaps his first pitch foul to the first base dugout. 0-1 the count to Russell. Evan Russell out of Tennessee. The 0-1 to Russell. And Drew Cowley's going, and Hall throws him down, and he's out at second. And that'll be the end of the top of the first, as the Saints get 1 hit, draw a walk, but are unable to score any runs here in the top of the first. As we head to the bottom of the first, 0-0 score here at MLB Youth Academy. You are listening to the live stream of the Arroyo Seco Saints. Welcome back, viewers. We are here
leading off for the Barons,
at
number 1, the second baseman,
coming to you live, and it is now the bottom of the first, as it is the first time the Saints will be in their defensive alignment. And on the mound today for the Saints is Grant Young, the pitcher out of the University of San Francisco. And the first pitch from Young is high for a ball, 1-0. Stepping into the plate for the Barons is Trent Anderson, the second baseman. Anderson lays a bunt down. Young grabs it, throws on to first. And he's going to be safe at first, as I cannot tell if, or is he going to be out?
Actually, they called him out.
Oh, they did call him out. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I think the ball may have hit Anderson.
Because it looked like from my angle, when as Anderson was running down first line and Young threw the ball, it hit the back of his shoulder area. So, and that's considered an out in baseball.
It may have been interference.
Could argue with interference.
So, well, the Saints get their first out here in the bottom of the first, and stepping into the plate now for the Barons is Channy Ortiz, as he took his first pitch for a strike, and the second pitch to Ortiz is fouled off, and Young will get ahead in the count, 0-2 now. So a good position for Grant Young here. He's kind of going to be able to play with some pitches if he wants to. As that one's low and in the dirt for ball one.
And Ortiz on the year is hitting .316, has only struck out 3 times, has stolen 3 bases, has 6 RBIs, and 2 of those extra hits, 2 doubles and 10 singles. So he's good overall pitch player here for the Barons.
And that 1-2 pitch is high near the face of Ortiz, and that'll take the count to 2-2 now. The 2-2 from Young is hit by Ortiz just over the head of David Reyna, and that's going to be a base hit for Ortiz. So a man on first here with 1 out in the bottom of the first, and coming to the plate now for the Barons is Basil Williams Jr., the center fielder. Williams Jr. is undecided as of right now. As Grant Young throws on over to first base, but Ortiz is in there safely.
Williams currently still in high school, facing some collegiate competition this summer, batting .279 with 7 RBIs, 9 singles, has scored once, and has 9 stolen bases. So he's shown he can do some damage here at the collegiate level.
And definitely want to keep an eye on him already with 9 stolen bases, as Grant Young is looking over at first base, and the ump calls time. Appears to have been looking for too long. So we'll do it again. 1-0 the count to Williams Jr. And the pitch from Young is in there for a strike. 1-1 now.
But Grant Young has struggled a little bit now this season so far, as he gave up 5 runs in just a little over 3 innings pitched, but he has shown that he can get rid of the guys with his pitches, as he a swing and miss right there, utilizing his slider and his breaking ball.
And the count will be now 1-2 to Williams Jr. The 1-2 from Young is in the dirt, and Ortiz is going, but McCarthy, the catcher, is not going to be able to make a throw there, as Ortiz is into second safely.
Good eye, good speed once again from Ortiz.
2-2 now, the count to Williams Jr.
Picked up his 4th stolen base on the season.
Safe.
And that ball is slapped by Williams Jr. foul down the right field line. So he's going to have to come back to the plate here and do it again. One out here in the bottom of the first, man on second. 2-2 count to Williams Jr. And the pitch from Young is low towards the feet, and again Ortiz is going as McCarthy is unable to handle that ball in the dirt. And that'll make the count full here.
Good effort from McCarthy, but sometimes those breaking balls, especially as a left-handed pitcher, they curve and they travel a little bit more differently compared to the right-handed ones, and he put a little too much emphasis on that with that kick, little slight kick as he walks Williams Jr. here.
Stepping to the plate, first baseman number 39, Jalen Hurd.
So that walk will put runners on the corners here for the Barons. One out, and now stepping into the plate is first baseman Hurd. Jalen Hurd. Hurd out of Heartland Community College, and the first pitch to Hurd is a strike as Williams Jr. takes off to second, and McCarthy fakes the throw. So that'll take the Barons out of the double play ball after that stolen base. So 2 men in scoring position. And Young will step off the mound, and McCarthy's going to go and have a discussion with Young, in a very quick discussion.
Probably just some clarifying on a pitch that they're looking at.
I would agree with that statement. So Young gets his sign, and he's the pitch from Young. Breaking ball low. 1-1 the count to Hurd. Excuse me.
And with that steal from Williams, that's his 10th stolen base on the season. Going into today's game, the Barons have 32 stolen bases, so they love to utilize that speed. And so if you're the Saints, you got to be careful and don't want to put a lot of these guys on base.
Absolutely, definitely aggressive on the base pass. As the count is now 1-2 to Hurd. One-two from Young. Swung on and missed by Hurd on a ball that seemed to be in the dirt. So Young got Hurd chasing,
number 25, Logan Pollock.
and that'll make it 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And coming to the plate now will be the designated hitter, Logan Pollock. So Grant Young with an opportunity. He just needs 1 out to kind of get himself out of this jam. As the first pitch from Young to Pollock is a ball. 1-0 the count. That's hit by Pollock out into right field, and that's going to drive two runs home, as the Academy Barons are the first ones on the board here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting third baseman number
And
5,
Pollock
Christian Lucio.
picks up a 2 RBI single.
Good piece of hitting by Pollock there. Poor pitch location, actually not too bad, but you got a lot of the plate. And if you're a right-handed hitter, it's a good opportunity to do some damage, and it's just enough hang time to get into right field for a blooper. And with good speed in the bases, easy two-run single right here.
And now batting for the Barons is third baseman Christian Lucio, as he takes his first pitch for a strike. So Grant Young will continue to work here as the umpire calls time, as Young seems to be taking too long to get to the plate. The second pitch from Young is a curveball in the outside corner, strike 2. 0-2 the count to Lucio.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Look for Young to probably go with the heater high or go with actually a similar pitch as that last one.
0-2 from Young is curveball, and that's slapped foul, and Tito Robles will get under it and make the catch for the third out of the inning. At the end of 1, the Barons score 2 to nothing here at the end of the first. Barons are in the lead as we head to the top of the second, and the Saints are coming up. You are listening to the live broadcast, the official network of the Arroyo Seco Saints. And welcome back, viewers. We are here in the top of the second, and leading off the top of the second for the Saints is right fielder Evan Russell. The first pitch to Russell is high for ball 1.
During Russell's sophomore year at Tennessee, he played in 55 games, started 50 of those, and he finished the year at 274, 6 home runs, 39 RBIs, and was third on the team in his slugging percentage with a 446 percentage and a 382 on-base percentage, along with landed twice on an All-American third-team academic team and on District 3 first team. So a good player on and off the field, but grounded out there.
As Russell grounds out to short, and the Barons will take care of Russell for the first out in the top of the second. And with that, coming to the plate now will be second baseman David Reyna. Noel Soto back out on the mound for the Barons in his second inning of work. And the first pitch to Reyna from Soto is high for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 to Reyna is a ball low in the dirt, 2-0 now. 3-0 now the count to Reyna. And Reyna swings at the 3-0 pitch, and that's out to center field. And Williams Jr. kind of slipped there, but is able to recover and make the catch. And it'll be 2 outs now here in the top of the second. And coming to the plate now will be Thomas McCarthy, the catcher for the Saints. McCarthy out of the University of San Francisco. And the first pitch to McCarthy is in there for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1 is to McCarthy is slapped foul over the first base dugout. And it will be 0-2 now to McCarthy.
McCarthy batting .211 with 3 RBIs, 4 strikeouts this year, 4 walks, but strikes out right there.
So down goes McCarthy, and Soto makes easy work of the Saints as 3 up and 3 are down. As we head to the bottom of the second, it is still 2-0 here. Advantage to the Barons. You're listening to the live stream of the Arroyo Seco Saints. And welcome back, viewers. We are here in the bottom of the second. Grant Young back out for his second inning of work on the mound for the Saints. And leading off this inning for the Barons will be the right fielder, Lucio, as he takes a bunt, and McCarthy picks it up, throws on to first, and he got him. So a quick first out for the Saints here. And now batting for the Barons will be Alante Hall, the catcher.
Good reaction from McCarthy, recognizing Pettis' bunt attempt and was able to quickly throw that. It's always hard to throw as that ball goes behind us. It's always hard as a catcher to quickly get get your reaction time together and throw the ball to first base with the runner running down.
As Hall takes a ball, and the count is 1-1 to Hall. But like you said, before the games, I see the catchers kind of practice that, where they're practicing bunt situations. So definitely a lot of repetition, and you can see the result on the field. As the count is now 2-1 to Hall, and the 2-1 pitch from Young is outside. 3-1 now.
It's also part of good coaching, too. It's a good job to Coach Nylam and the staff for teaching the players that.
Definitely. They deserve a lot of credit. As that 3-1 pitch is slapped down the right field line, but that ball is going to be foul. And the count is now full to Hall. So a big pitch here coming from Grant Young. And he's ready and firing. And that pitch is slapped towards the second baseman. Reyna handles it easily, throws on to first, and Hall will be retired. So 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second. And coming up to the plate now for the Barons will be Ronald Belton, the left fielder. On deck will be the leadoff man, Trent Anderson. And the first pitch to Belton from Young is low for a ball. 1-0 to Belton. The 1-0 pitch from Young is hit by Belton deep to left field. But Tressler is there, and he's able to make the catch at the warning track. So 3 up and 3 down for the Barons. And we are now headed to the top of the third with the score remaining 2-0 in favor of the Barons. You are listening to the live stream of the Arroyo Seco Saints. And welcome back, viewers. We are coming to you live from Compton, California. And we are here now in the top of the third. And the leadoff man for the Saints in this inning will be the third baseman, Tito Robles. Soto back out for his third inning of work. And the first pitch to Robles is hit foul over the first base dugout. 0-1 the count to Robles. The 0-1 to Robles is swung on and missed. 0-2 now. So Tito Robles falls behind the count here. They'll definitely need to look to protect the plate as the 0-2 from Soto is low. 1-2. The 1-2 to Robles swung on and fouled very high in the sky. But the catcher Hall is unable to make a play on that ball. So the count will remain 1-2. Curveball from Soto, strike 3, and Robles knew it. So 1 out here in the top of the third. And coming to the plate now for the Saints is center fielder Christian Scott. the Tennessee product, wearing the orange gloves and black and orange cleats. And the lefty takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. That pitch is just below the knees. 1-1 now to Scott.
Soto's doing a nice job here so far in this game, mixing his pitches up and utilizing his curveball.
As Scott grounds that to first base, but the first baseman is able to throw over to the pitcher, who runs over first base, and Christian Scott is out for the second out of the inning. And now coming to the plate here will be the leadoff man, Nolan Tressler. Tressler got things going for the Saints in the top of the first with a double, but was unable to get home, to reach home plate during that inning, as he takes his first pitch for a ball. 1-0 to Tressler. 2 outs here in the top of the third as Tressler takes a strike. 1-1 now to Nolan Tressler.
Is there some fireworks action going on over here?
A little early 4th of July celebration. But who knows? One and 2 to Tressler. The pitch from Soto, swung on and missed. Actually, I guess he got a piece of that. So Tressler will be staying alive as he gives the umpire a smile. He barely got a piece of that one. So the count will remain 1-2 to Tressler, and the pitch from Soto is high for a ball. 2-2 now to Tressler. Pitch is curveball, swung on and missed. And that'll be the final out here in the top of the third, as 3 up and 3 down. And the score will remain 2-0 in favor of the Barons. We are heading to the bottom of the third here at Urban Youth Academy. You are listening to the official live stream of the Arroyo Seco Saints.
First raffle winning number is 475153.
And welcome back, viewers. It is now the bottom of the third here at Urban Youth Academy. And stepping up to the plate for the Barons will be the leadoff man, Trent Anderson, as he takes first pitch for a ball. 1-0 to Anderson. Grant Young back out for his third inning of work. 2-0 here. The Barons are in the lead. The 1-0 pitch to Anderson is high, just at the numbers, or the letters. And the count is now 2-0 to Anderson. The 2-0 pitch from Young is swung on and fouled back. 2-1 now. The 2-1 pitch is in there, right at the knees, in the outside corner for a strike. And that'll even up the count now at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch from Young. Low. And the count is now full. The 3-2 pitch from Young. Slapped towards shortstop. Drew Cowley just cannot come up with the ball. And that's going to roll out to the outfield. But Anderson is going to remain at first base. So I believe that will go as an error to Cowley, as he's unable to come up with that ground ball. And the leadoff man for the Barons is on board. And coming to the plate now will be Channy Ortiz, the shortstop. So,
interestingly, it was rolled as a single.
was it really?
Yeah, according to from what I see on the board, it looks like it was credited as a single.
Right.
Probably because it's most likely, since even though it may have looked like an error on our part, it went below Cali, and it probably thought it was a little bit out of reach for him, hence the single.
As Ortiz has a bunt attempt that's fouled off. Seemed to be more of a push bunt. So the count will be 0-1 to Ortiz. And tough break for Grant Young with that last at bat. Because I believe Cowley should have came up with that ball. And another bunt attempt, but Grant Young is able to come up with the ball and throw it onto first for the out. But that bunt will advance the runner, Anderson, to second. So the sac bunt attempt is successful for the Barons. And there will be one out here in the bottom of the third. Man on second. And coming to the plate now for the Barons will be Basil Williams Jr., the center fielder.
Anderson just said nope on that tag as he takes off.
Anderson takes off. And that ball just goes over the glove of Drew Cowley. And Anderson will come home safe easily, as that's an RBI base hit for Williams Jr. And the score will now be 3-0 in favor of the Barons.
Good effort from Cowley. Almost nearly had it, but better offense from Basil as he hits that. Was able to, as that ball got a little bit too much of the plate, stayed on top of that, used his lower body, and just got a nice hit and run for the Barons. Picked up their third run of this ball game.
Yeah, it was definitely a perfectly executed hit and run for the Barons. As at the plate now will be the first baseman Jalen Hurd, as he takes his first pitch for a ball. 1-0 the count to Hurd. The 1-0 is fouled over the first base dugout. 1-1 the count.
it's not panic time for the Saints yet. It's only bottom of the third, down by 3. Young has retired 4 straight batters prior to that single from Anderson. So he has shown comfort, and 3 runs isn't too bad. So let's see if he can get out of this inning.
The most as Grant Young throws his third pitch for a strike. 1-2 the count now. I mean, the ideal situation would be, a ground out to short or second and a double play to kind of get out of this inning and get the Saints back at the plate. As Williams Jr. goes, McCarthy throws down to second, and he got him. Great throw by McCarthy to gun down Williams Jr. And it'll be 2 outs now.
And that's what you need for the Saints. If your mechanics aren't up to date, aren't up to par, this inning, it's a team effort. Baseball's a team game. It's not just on the pitcher on the mound. It's the catcher, McCarthy. Again, it also helps that they're teammates at USF, University of San Francisco, so they have that communication. They know each other. They're comfortable with each other. And a high fastball is perfect for a catcher. He's already halfway up there, and a good arm with McCarthy. Easy throw and tag.
Jalen Hurd sends this one to right center, and that ball is going to fall down for a base hit. As Hurd gets a two-out base knock, and the inning will continue here in the bottom of the third. Coming to the plate for the Barons will be the designated hitter, Logan Pollock. The first pitch to Pollock is low and outside for ball 1. As he hits that one to second, but Reyna makes a nice play and throws on to first to get Pollock. And that is the final out here in the bottom of the third. The Barons tack on one more run, and the score is now 3-0 in favor of the Barons. Saints coming up here in the top of the fourth. As we head to the top of the fourth, you are listening to the official live stream of the Arroyo Seco Saints.
173. If you have that ticket, please come to the press box. Second raffle ticket, 475194. 475194.
Every time I come to a but you think there'd be something going on like right now?
And welcome back, viewers. We are here in the top of the fourth as the Saints are up to bat. And the leadoff hitter for the Saints in this inning will be Thomas Luvano, the designated hitter. Grounded out to short back in the first inning. And the lights have come on here at Urban Youth Academy as we enter into the top of the fourth. So Luvano steps into the box, and the first pitch to Luvano. Breaking ball that misses high. 1-0 to Luvano. Soto back out for his 4th inning of work, as the second pitch to Luvano misses low. 2-0 now to Luvano, as Soto falls behind, and falls behind even further as he throws another ball, and it'll be 3-0 now to Luvano. And the 3-0 pitch inside almost hits him, and that'll be ball 4. So the Saints get their leadoff man on board here in the top of the 4th, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Drew Cowley. Cowley, in his last at-bat, drew a walk, as the first pitch to Cowley is low in the dirt. 1-0 to Cowley. So Soto has thrown 5 straight balls here in the top of the 4th. And that'll be a strike, as Soto finally finds the strike zone. And the count will be 1-1 to Drew Cowley.
The Saints being down by 3, which isn't too much, but I still expect them to do a little hit and run.
And that's exactly what happens as Luvano takes off, but Cowley hits a dribbler towards the pitcher, and Cowley will be out at first, but Luvano will be able to advance to second here as he moves into scoring position for the cleanup hitter, Andy Garriola. Garriola struck out in his first plate appearance. The first pitch to Garriola is swung on and fouled towards the left side. It'll be 0-1 to Garriola.
Garriola, a very aggressive hitter, has a lot of power, has shown it, and has struck out 11 times so far this season. But it's not just like it's not taking swinging at bad pitches necessarily. He's getting the looks. It's just unfortunately you got to credit the pitcher. You got to give. Sometimes the timing may be off, but he's doing it.
As Garriola skies this one to left center, Williams Jr. will get under it and make the catch for the second out of the inning. Luvano will remain at second, unable to advance to third. And stepping up to the plate now will be right fielder Evan Russell.
And I like Garriola's aggressiveness, like right there. That pitch was high and inside, and that's normally a hard pitch to crush, and he nearly got on top of that, but just barely missed the time. It was just a little bit.
So the first pitch to Russell. Russell swings at the first pitch and grounds over the shortstop, but the shortstop, Ortiz, comes up with that ball and throws on to first to get the final out here in the top of the 4th. So the Saints, their leadoff man draws a walk and is able to advance to second, but no runs are scored, no hits are made. As we head to the bottom of the 4th here, the score will remain 3-0 in favor of the Barons. You're listening to the official live stream of the Arroyo Seco Saints. And welcome back, viewers. We are here in the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 in favor of the Barons, as Grant Young will remain on the mound for the Saints, entering his fourth inning of work. Stepping into the plate will be the third baseman, Christian Lucio, as he takes his first pitch for a strike. Great curveball by Grant Young. Again, Grant Young throws the curve and swing and a miss by Lucio. So 0-2 the count now to Lucio. The 0-2 pitch is swung on by Lucio and hit right up the middle. And that's going to be a base hit for Lucio.
Now batting right fielder from
Good piece of hitting by Lucio on the 0-2 count, able to still get a base knock. So the leadoff man for the Barons will get a board. And now batting for the Barons will be the right fielder, Kendall Pettis.
Going back to that last at bat, that was not a bad pitch, but Young's curveball hung a little bit too long, and that gave the batter time to collect himself and get into his approach, and he does so with a rocket up the middle.
0-1 the count to Pettis, as Grant Young goes over to first to keep an eye on Lucio. But Lucio is back in there safely.
Figure it out. There's somewhere.
Big pitch from Young. A slapped foul just past the first base dugout. So Pettis will fall behind here, 0-2. Just as Lucio did, but Lucio still got a base hit. So we'll see what happens here with Pettis. So the 0-2 pitch from Young. It's on its way now as the ump calls time. And it did appear as though Young was taking a while to make his pitch, keeping an eye on Lucio there at first base. So we'll do the 0-2 pitch over. Young gets his sign, looks over to first, now back to the plate. And the pitch from Young. As Lucio takes off, and that ball gets past McCarthy. And so Lucio is in the second safely. And that's going to be a wild pitch from Young. And it's going to cause Lucio to be in scoring position. 1-2 the count to Pettis. Young gets his sign. The 1-2 pitch from Young. Curveball misses outside. 2-2. Now the count to Pettis.
Pettis, out of Chicago, Illinois, committed to University of Oklahoma, and has shown he was actually a preseason top 100 player for the state of Illinois. So he's shown putting in some work in as well.
As the 2-2 pitch from Young misses. And the count is now full to Pettis. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth. And that ball misses inside. And Pettis is going to
Now batting the catcher from
draw a walk.
Springs, Missouri, number
And that's going to
26,
put
Alante Hall.
a man on first and second here. no outs. And coming to the plate now for the Barons will be Alante Hall, the catcher. So Young was able to get ahead 0-2, but ends up walking Pettis. Definitely maybe a little bit frustrating for a pitcher. As his first pitch to Hall is low and outside. Actually, I think that was swung on and missed. My mistake. And Lucio is caught in a rundown, and they're going to get him. But Pettis, in that rundown, is going to advance to second, which was a smart move by Pettis. You know, instead of standing and watching, make something happen. So the Saints will get their first out, but there will be a runner on second here. Owen won the count to Alante Hall. As that pitch misses low in the dirt. Good job by McCarthy to stay in front of that ball. 1-1 now to Hall.
Going back to our last little pickle right there for the Saints, they're doing a good job being aware of their surroundings. You got, again, good speed. Sure, you have someone on second now, but it's better you get one guy down and not having only to face one man in scoring position compared to two.
Definitely. Saints definitely happy to get that first out of the inning as Hall hits a ball foul. The count will be 1-2 to Hall.
How you doing? When does a breakthrough series?
Pickles are always fun to watch too from a baseball perspective.
As that 1-2 pitch misses low and inside. And that'll even up the count now at 2-2. The 2-2 from Young. And the ump again will call time.
Look for Young to potentially go back with his curveball on the outside or even the heater high.
So is that
That 2-2 pitch is fouled down the right side, right field line.
Some academy kids from here, and then people from all over.
The count will remain 2-2 to Alante Hall. Curveball swung on and fouled, and the at-bat will continue.
Next up, 225. Get those legs, 225.
Young has definitely been laboring against Hall. Young comes to the plate. This ball is driven to center field. And that's going to drop down for a base hit. And around third and coming home will be Kendall Pettis. And that's going to be an RBI base hit for Alante Hall. And the Barons have now tacked on another run here in the bottom of the fourth, as the score is now 4-0. One out here in the bottom of the fourth, man on first. And stepping into the plate is Ronald Belton as he takes his first pitch for a strike.
Going back to that RBI, that single, that's a good piece of hitting by Hall. Getting not a bad location, but again, give Hall credit for staying balanced, stepping into it, and utilizing his body, his lower body, to push that ball the opposite side, right field.
The 0-1 pitch is low in the dirt. 1-1 now, the count to Belton, the left fielder. As Belton grounds this ball to shortstop, he tosses over to Reyna, the second baseman, but the throw on to first is not in time, and Belton will reach first safely.
Now batting from Torrance, California, the second baseman, Buck Anderson.
So the double play did not happen, but the Saints are able to get one more out. So 2 outs now here in the bottom of the fourth. And coming to the plate now will be the leadoff man up for the Barons, Trent Anderson. And the first pitch to Anderson catches the outside corner for a strike. Young gets his sign, throws over to first to keep an eye on Belton, but Belton is into first safely. The 0-1 pitch from Young is slapped foul over the first base dugout. 0-2 the count to Anderson. So Young able to get ahead here, and he'll have some pitches to play with if he chooses. 0-2 from Young is inside and low. 1-2 now to Anderson. The 1-2 from Young is hit on down the third base line, but that ball's going to be foul. So the count will remain 1-2 now. The pitch from Young is slapped to the shortstop. Cowley comes up with it, throw on to first, but Garriola, the first baseman, is unable to scoop that ball. And Anderson is going to reach first safely. If Garriola had come up with that ball, Anderson, in my opinion, would have been out.
Number 7, Channy Ortiz.
But this inning will continue. And we have runners on first and second here with 2 outs. And coming to the plate for the Barons will be the shortstop, Channy Ortiz. As the first pitch to Ortiz misses for a ball. 1-0 now. The 1-0 pitch from Young. Breaking ball just over the head of Grant Young, but Reyna is able to pick that ball up and step on second for the force out, and that'll be the final out here in the bottom of the fourth. The Barons grab a couple hits and tack on one more run to their lead. The score is now 4-0 in favor of the Academy Barons. You're listening to the official live stream of the Arroyo Seco Saints. And welcome back, viewers. We are headed into the top of the fifth here as the Saints are up to bat, and leading off for the Saints in this inning will be the second baseman, David Reyna. 4-0 here in the top of the fifth. Academy Barons are leading as the first pitch to Reyna is fouled back. 0-1. Noel Soto, the pitcher for the Barons, is back out on the mound, entering his fifth inning of work. And so far has done a pretty good job for the Barons. Has not given up a run, as that pitch is drilled to right center, and that's going to bounce off the wall. Reyna is rounding second, headed to third, and he's going to get into third with a stand-up triple.
Now batting pitcher number 33, Thomas McCarthy.
So a good hit right there for Cowley to start, Reyna to start.
And stepping into the plate now, making catcher One and two, the count to McCarthy. As that 1-2 pitch misses high. And that'll even up the count. 2-2 now. So like I mentioned, a great start for the Saints here in the top of the fifth with Reyna on third. As that 2-2 pitch is hit by McCarthy up the middle, and that's going to roll out into center field for a base hit. And Reyna scores from third easily as the Saints are finally on the board here in the top of the fifth,
Now batting third baseman Tito
with the score now being 4-1. So back-to-back hits for the Saints. And now coming to the plate here will be the third baseman, Tito Robles. And he'll look to keep the momentum going for the Saints here in this inning. As he swings after that first pitch, but swing and a miss. 0-1 the count to Tito Robles. Soto throws back over to first to keep an eye on McCarthy. McCarthy makes that diving headfirst slide and is in there safely. The 0-1 pitch to Tito Robles is swung and fouled. So Tito Robles will fall behind in the count here, 0-2.
Saints can pick up the momentum here.
As that 0-2 pitch misses high. 1-2 the count.
Robles this season has struggled offensively in terms of strikes outs, but looking to redeem himself.
As that 1-2 pitch goes way high over the head of Tito Robles. 2-2 the count. And that pitch is a curveball in there, called strike 3, and Tito Robles is down looking. So that'll be the first out here in the top of the 5th. And stepping to the plate now is the Saints center fielder, Christian Scott.
Good breaking ball right there from Soto to pick up his 5th on the evening.
As the first pitch to Scott is fouled the other way over the third base dugout. 0-1 the count to Christian Scott. So one out here in the top of the 5th. Man on first. One run has scored. As that 0-1 pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-2 the count to Christian Scott.
Now, if you're the Saints in this situation, you definitely want to be aggressive and utilize the speed that you have in the lineup. Also, play smart. They're doing a good job so far. I like the aggressiveness that they're approaching, and that the hits are finally starting to come to them. They're falling in, but again, this with the game halfway done, it's time. You got to start being a little more smart, a little more disciplined, and confidence.
As that 1-2 pitch is fouled off to the backstop, the count will remain 1-2 to Christian Scott. But like as you said, I mean, it's definitely after picking up that one run, you can kind of feel some momentum shifting for the Saints, and it would be good for them to take advantage of it in this inning, see if they can tack on some more runs. The count is 2-2 to Christian Scott. Christian Scott grounds that over to second. Second baseman throws on to short. And that's a double play. So just like that, the inning is over. And the Saints are able to pick up 1 run on 2 hits and have finally scratched the scoreboard. The score is now 4-1 in favor of the Academy Barons. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, you are listening to the live stream of the Arroyo Seco Saints. And welcome back, viewers. We are here headed into the bottom of the 5th here at the Urban Youth Academy, home of the Academy Barons. And there's a pitching change for the Saints. Now on the mound, number 5, Michael Garza. So Grant Young's day is over here as he pitches 4 innings, gives up 4 runs. And the first pitch from Garza is in there for a strike. That second pitch from Garza catches the outside corner for a strike. And 0-2. And Garza is working quickly as he steps off the mound here. And the 0-2 pitch from Garza. Fastball in there. Ring him up. Strike 3. And Williams Jr. is down looking. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And Garza picks up the K. And now stepping to the plate here for the Academy Barons will be the first baseman, Jalen Hurd. As that pitch from Garza catches the outside corner for a strike. 4 pitches from Garza and 4 strikes. As that ball is grounded to second baseman, Reyna is able to come up with it, throw on to first, and Hurd is retired easily. So Garza so far is looking pretty sharp as he retires the first 2 Baron hitters he faces. And stepping in to the plate now for the Academy Barons will be the designated hitter, Logan Pollock. The first pitch to Pollock misses outside, ball 1.
Good stuff from Garza so far as on the year. 3 and 6 innings. He's only given up 2 runs, struck out 4. all looking, and gave up only 6 hits coming to this evening.
So the count is now 1-1 to the designated hitter, Pollock. And the pitch from Garza misses low for a ball. The umpire had to go check at first base to make sure Pollock did not swing. And the first base umpire confirms he did not. So that'll be a ball. As the 2-1 pitch is fouled back, 2-2 now to Pollock. Michael Garza looking to get his sign, gets his sign, and now to the plate. Curveball. Misses the strike zone. So the count will now run full here to Pollock. And the 3-2 pitch from Garza is swung on and hit to right field. Russell will get under it and make the catch, and that's the final out here in the bottom of the 5th. So 3 up and 3 down for the Barons. And the score will remain 4-1 in favor of the Barons. We are headed to the top of the 6th. You are listening to the official live stream of the Arroyo Seco Saints. Welcome back, viewers. We are here in the top of the 6th. As the Barons have a new pitcher on the mound, number 16, Noah Owen, the 6'4" right-hander.
He went to University of San Diego, and then he transferred out.
And up to bat now for the Saints is the leadoff hitter, Nolan Tressler. And the count to Tressler right now is 1-2. That 1-2 pitch misses way outside. 2-2 now, the count to Tressler.
Tressler steps back in the batter's box. quick reminder is don't go away. You come from the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll have Nicholas Pagan join us in the broadcast.
So don't go anywhere. The full count pitch to Tressler, swung on and fouled back. And we'll do it again.
Where you go? I go to University of Arkansas. What's your face? Dissolve.
The pitch from Owen is swung on and missed by Tressler. And Tressler is down swinging. So that'll be the first out here in the top of the 6th. And coming to the plate now for the Saints will be the designated hitter, Thomas Luvano. And the first pitch to Luvano, swung on and missed. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is low in the dirt. And the count will now be 1-1 to Luvano. That 1-1 pitch misses outside. 2-1 now the count.
Owen making his debut, his Barrett's debut this evening as he is a sophomore out of Oceanside, California, in San Diego, beautiful San Diego County. Final life of Noah Soto, the starter. He's gone 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and struck out 6.
Two-two pitch to Luvano is hit to shortstop. Shortstop comes up with the ball and is able to throw into first to get the out. And that'll make it 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And coming to the plate now for the Saints will be shortstop Drew Cowley.
Saints looking to do some damage here, and
The first pitch to Cowley is a nasty curveball in there for a strike. That curve had some nasty movement. Owen goes back to the curveball with that second pitch and lands it for a strike. So Cowley falls behind in the count here, 0-2.
look for him probably go back with that.
And Owen steams one by Cowley as Cowley swings and misses, and he's down swinging. So 3 up and 3 down for the Saints as we head to the bottom of the 6th here. The score will remain 4-1 in favor of the Barons. You are listening to the official live stream of the Arroyo Seco Saints.
And also coming up, we'll have Nicholas Pagan join us in the booth. Stay tuned.
Don't go anywhere.
Batting from Chicago Heights, Illinois, Christian Lucio.
I'm from California. I'm from San Bernardino. It's like, yeah, that's that, right?
San Bernardino.
Yeah. Yeah, from the IE.
Well, technically, Laverne is San Gabriel Valley, but it's literally right there. And welcome back here. If you're just tuning in, or if you haven't, we are now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Saints trail the Barons 4-1, and we have joined with us today is Nicholas Pagano out of University of Hartford, or Hartford University. I should say.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. How are you? Thank you for joining
Doing good,
us.
no problem.
So why did you decide to play some summer ball, go back to SoCal, and play some summer ball here?
Well, so last summer I played in Canada, and I didn't really get to go. I haven't been in California in a while. So I'm from Canada, then I went straight to Hartford, which is in, Connecticut. It is really cold over there. So I would say on average in like September through probably December, it's about, it'll drop to like 25, 30 degrees like on a daily. Yeah, when I came back from Christmas break, it was -1 degrees. Never experienced that before. So I told my coach, he asked me, like, probably early November, what do you want to play summer ball? I was like, I need to go back to California to escape this cold weather for a little bit. And I haven't really been around my family for a while, so it was kind of nice to get back here.
So with you playing in East Coast, how did you first adjust from playing here at San Bernardino, nice weather, well, summer, I guess that might be a little oxymoron out there, but how do you adjust from coming from the West Coast to the East Coast, as you mentioned, especially with winters being so cold, and then even a little bit during the spring when the season starts?
So I spent my first 2 years at Quessa Community College in San Luis Obispo, where it was right by the beach. So going from there and then going to the cold, I'd say the biggest difference for me, going from the West Coast to the East Coast, is like, the weather is a factor. Definitely one of the biggest things. Like throwing baseballs, hitting in the cold is extremely hard. You're going up there, like, I don't know if you guys, hand warmers. So like I have so many hand warmers on me, keeping my hands warm because it freezes, especially when you like are early in a ball and you catch or something like that. Your hands, you can't feel your hands. You can't feel your hands when you're throwing the baseball. I'd say the culture. The biggest thing for me was the culture. Going from the West Coast to the East Coast, the culture on the West Coast is like we're really laid back. Like everything's really chill, and you go to the East Coast, everything's up tempo. Like it's very. I would just say like East Coast, West Coast are really trendy, and East Coast it's very traditional. So that was the biggest difference for me. Yeah.
And going into your next season with Hartford, coming into the summer, is there anything that you're looking to improve on individually, or is there something that you're kind of focused on going into your next season?
Yeah, one of the biggest things that I really needed to work on going in from my junior year going into my senior year was is to really work on my approach and being able to make adjustments when needed. Because sometimes, like, how baseball is, you have to ride the pine. Every once in a while you're gonna have your ups and you have your downs.
Yeah.
That was probably the biggest learning experience that I've had in the past 3 years, and I'm finally starting to figure it out. That it's just a game, and you can't really pick up on the failures too much. You just got to keep moving on.
Yeah, definitely got to stay level-headed.
That's definitely one thing I'm really trying to work on, is staying level-headed, especially when you have those 0 for 4 days.
Yeah.
And you have those 0 for 10 streaks. You just got to understand you got to stick with it, because you'll break through it at one point.
Totally.
Yeah, so that's one thing. Just the mental part of the game.
Yeah.
And then I worked on my swing a little bit, trying to just try to feel more natural up there. And try to help me stay consistent and stuff like that. So,
Describe your typical pregame routine.
Like during summer ball or during season?
In general.
Okay, so I'll go with my typical pregame during season. So during season, what I'll do is like, I'll be at class in the morning, and then I'll try to take a little nap or something like that, meet with the trainer. And then before the game, what I'll do is I'll try to visualize for about 15 minutes. I'll just close my eyes, and because we have scouting reports and like video on the pitcher that we're going to see that day. So I'll try to really visualize, close my eyes, and just like vision myself doing damage or in the ball and capture, what I'm going to do when I go up to the plate. And then come game time, you know, it comes to where I just try to trust in what I can and not really worry about mechanics or anything like that, and just trust that I'm able to compete at the plate and just trust in my approach and then go from there.
Now, I ask this to every guy. All the broadcasters do. What is your favorite go-to meal?
Favorite go-to meal? Oh, man. Oh, that's a tough. Oh, you know what? All right, so I wouldn't say my go-to, but it's my favorite because I don't really have a go-to meal. So it's called arroz con gandules, which is rice and beans, a little bit of meat. My Titi Ichi makes that in New Jersey. I love it. That's if that could be my go-to meal for every game, that would be it right there.
So 1-2-3 inning for Grant Young, and we will head to the top of the 7th. Nicholas Pagan, thank you again so much for joining us.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
So to the end of 6th, score Saints are trailing 4-1. You're listening to Saints baseball on YouTube Network, official broadcasting network of Arroyo Seco baseball.
Hey,
And welcome back here. Top of the 7th inning now. The score is 4-1. Saints are trailing. Garriola hits that to left field. That ball is going. And at the warning track.
And that ball is gone.
The ball is out of here. Big fly for Garriola. So the Saints now trail 4-2. Garriola's hitting streak is continued.
And Garriola absolutely smashed that ball. And I mean, right when he hit it, you knew that ball was going out of here. And that fired up the dugout for the Saints. And I mean, what a way to start the inning here. As stepping up to the plate will be Evan Russell.
That's Garriola's first home run on the evening as Russell takes that first pitch for a strike. 0-2 now with Owen back on the mound. Struck out to his last inning. Gave up an early solo shot here. Facing 0-2 to Russell, who is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. The 0-2 pitch misses high, 1-2.
And Garriola definitely demonstrating that power. Two and two count to Evan Russell.
Full count. 3-2. So Russell, after falling 0-2, is now ahead in the count. 3-2. But swings and misses at that high fastball and one down.
Now batting second baseman number 2 is Reyna.
And that pitch seemed to be high and in. I mean, if Russell doesn't swing at that, I believe he's on first base with a walk. But trying to protect the plate there, and Russell swings and misses.
First pitch to David Reyna is in for a strike, 0-1.
And Owen demonstrating some great command in that curveball. And that curveball's got some great movement on it.
Another breaking ball, 0-2. So like you said, Owen trusting his curveball.
And Owen able to get ahead in the count.
The 0-2. This is outside. 1-2. Reyna on the evening. 1 for 2 with a fly out and a double.
A triple.
Actually, a triple. Just misses that inside corner. Looks like, in my opinion, honestly, got it, but that one. But will continue and even count now 2-2. 2-2 pitch, misses high. Full count. So back-to-back full counts for Owen.
And Reyna, who started out with the 0-2 count, able to work the count to full here. And we'll see if he's able to get on base.
Swings and misses. Got that breaking ball. 2 down. Back-to-back
Now batting
strikeouts
catcher number 33,
for
Thomas
Owen.
McCarthy.
So Owen seems unfazed by that leadoff home run by Garriola, as he's able to get back-to-back strikeouts. And coming up to the plate here will be the Saints catcher, Thomas McCarthy.
First pitch to McCarthy is in. 0-1. McCarthy 1 for 2 with a strikeout and an RBI single in his last at-bat. The 0-1, way high. McCarthy at the duck. 1-1. Another breaking ball, 1-2. Owen showing off his stuff, continuing to excel. And as we mentioned, not phased with that Garriola solo shot. Got him. Window shopping there, and that will end the top of the seventh inning stretch time here in Compton, California. But the Saints have tagged on a run after a solo shot from Andy Garriola. We will head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Saints trailing 4-2. You're listening to Saints Baseball on YouTube Live, the official network of Arroyo Seco Baseball. welcome back here. Bottom of the 7th inning. Saints trailing the MLB Academy Barons 4-2. His first pitch gets that inside quarter for a strike. 0-1. Michael Garza back on the mound for the Saints. Feel live here, straight out of Compton here. 63 degrees. A little bit of a breeze. 0-2 now.
And Michael Garza out for his 3rd inning of work. Able to get ahead in the count here, 0-2.
The 0-2. Got him looking there. 1 down. So Belton, the 3rd, will strike out after 3 pitches, 1 down.
And something that I've noticed about Garza is he really does attack the zone, and he's a pitcher that's going to throw strikes. And with the hitters that he's faced, he's done a good job at getting ahead in the count.
And that's a hard hit ball, but that's just foul. It's the top of the lineup here for the Barons. 0-1 count to Trent Anderson, the second baseman, who is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a ground out. The 0-1 gets that inside corner there for a strike. 0-2.
And again, Michael Garza getting ahead in the count here. 0-2. With some flexibility about pitches and locations for this next pitch.
Grounded to Robles. Long throw, and Garriola nearly had to do the splits there. Could not scoop that ball up and will go past him. Anderson will reach safely.
And that's the second time today Garriola has missed a throw that he had to scoop up in the dirt. So unfortunate for the Saints as the Barons are able to get a man on first.
That has been officially charged as a single, so Anderson will have 3 singles on the evening as Channy Ortiz, the shortstop, takes that first pitch outside 1-0. Ortiz 1 for 3 with the single, sac bunt, and a ground out. Also stole base too. Hits that down left field line, but out of play. Even count now at 1-1. So 1 on, 1 out. Garza facing a 1-1 count to Ortiz. It's a long look, waiting for a sign, and quick timeout by the umpire. Emerson almost took off, but decided not to.
It looks like he kind of faked the steal to kind of maybe throw Garza off. The count is 2-1 to Ortiz.
2-1, and Anderson will be off, but Ortiz fouls that out. The backstop here, 2-2. Ortiz did go 2 for 5 in their last matchup against the Saints. Anderson would take off again, but Ortiz fouls that off McCarthy, and he rolls to the ground. A little shaken up, but he seems to be okay.
And Coach Milam is going to come out and make sure his catcher is all right. And the trainer is going to come check on him too.
Looked like I might have got a piece of his leg area. Just checking to make sure he's okay. He appears to be just fine, so he will go back, crouch to position. So Ortiz will head back into the batter's box here. We'll continuing to face a 2-2 count to Garza. Two count. This is low, full count. Runner will likely be on the move. Williams Jr. on deck. Runner will take off, and the ball is way outside. Ball 4. 2 on now for the Barons, and Basil
Now batting
Williams
center fielder number
Jr.
23,
center
Basil
fielder
Williams
will
Jr.
step into the batter's box.
And if you think about it, when the trainer was out there checking on Thomas McCarthy, the catcher for the Saints, I mean, that waiting time for Michael Garza, I feel as though it can kind of throw a pitcher off balance a little bit, because you're kind of in the rhythm of a game, and to kind of have the game stopped, I think it may have affected him as he throws 2 balls and ends up walking Ortiz. And again, throws a ball to Williams Jr.
Now he's behind the count, 2-0 to Williams Jr., who walked, struck out, and has an RBI single, and also a stolen base.
So Garza has thrown 4 straight balls.
And a broken bat, but he hits that to right field. One runner coming home. And that throw is away. Escapes McCarthy, so 2 will score easily for the Barons. So they get their insurance runs back. Now up 6-2. RBI double for Basil Williams Jr. Russell was able to charge that ball, but the girls seemed to get away from McCarthy. One run was already scoring. Ortiz was already on the run, and Anderson easily was going to score either way, but then Ortiz, with that throw that just got a little bit away from McCarthy, Ortiz was already on the way anyways. Looks like a pitching visit in the mound. I can't tell from this angle if anyone's in the dugout for the Saints. Doesn't look like it at the moment. So the Saints here are having a little pitching visit in infield meeting.
And after that 2-run double or single base hit from Basil Williams, the score is now 6-2 in favor of the Barons, as the meeting on the mound has concluded, and the players will take their positions. And coming to the plate for the Barons will be the first baseman, Jalen Hurd.
So the meeting is done here with the Barons. As Garza steps off the mound for a quick sec. Jalen Hurd, the first baseman on. First pitch to Hurd is in there for a strike. Hurd on the evening struck out, singled, and grounded out. Faces an 0-1 count to Garza. Williams on second. This is low, 1-1. The 1-1 just misses a little above the belt now. 2-1 count to Jalen Hurd. Catches that inside corner there for strike 2. Even count at 2-2. Two pitch. Fouls a piece of the ball, that ball. The backstop, 2-2.
And a nice breaking ball there from Michael Garza. That was catching the outside corner of that plate, but good job by Hurd to catch a piece of that ball and stay alive here. One out here in the bottom of the 7th, man on second.
2-2. Swings and misses at that high fastball, 2 down.
And Garza just blows that one by Hurd. So Garza, after that meeting on the mound, is able to settle in here as he's able to get the second out of the inning. And coming to the plate now will be the designated hitter, Logan Pollock.
Pollock, 1 for 2 with an RBI, excuse me, 1 for 3 with an RBI single and pair of groundouts. Ball 1. That's the high, pops it up. Robles is there. Couple steps to his left and will make the catch. So at 7 innings down in this ball game, but the Barons come back with 2 runs. After the end of 7 innings, we'll head to the top of the 8th inning with the Saints trailing 6-2. You're watching the Saints baseball on YouTube Live, the official network of Arroyo Seco Baseball. Welcome back here from Compton, California. Not too, just outside of Los Angeles, well, technically Los Angeles, East LA, South Central area. New pitcher on the mound for the Barons, number 8, Yuji Sakani, as Robles will, first pitch is a strike, 0-1.
And Sakani is a lefty out of East Los Angeles College.
Robles fouls that out of play. Quick 0-2 count for Sakani.
Sakani standing at 6'1", weighing 185 pounds, from Temple City, California.
0-2 misses in the dirt. 1-2. Robles struck out twice this evening. One swinging, one looking. The 1-2. Chops at the shortstop. A high throw gets away from the first baseman. Hurd could not. Ortiz with the throw across his body, but gets away from Hurd. And that will be charged as an error through the Barons. And Robles already in scoring position.
So the leadoff man for the Saints is on board thanks to an error by Ortiz. And Robles will be standing on second. Coming up to the plate now for the Saints is Christian Scott.
And Scott pops that out through a 3. And that was a nowhere. Trailing left, but Ortiz is there to get the first out. So 1 up, so 1 down, 1 pitch to Scott.
And Scott goes after that first pitch and is just unable to make good contact with that ball as he pops it up to third. And we've seen that quite a bit so far in this game as Saints hitters going after the first pitch.
And that ball hits Tressler in the back. So 2 on for the Saints. Brings things up for Thomas Pisano, who was 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 groundouts.
And if you think about it, it's not the worst thing in the world that you hit Tressler if you're the Barons, because now you have the force play to possibly get a double play and end the inning. But hopefully Thomas Luvano can make sure that doesn't happen.
Connie would step off. Looks at second, but nothing there.
1 out here in the top of the 8th. Man on second, man on first. 6-2 in favor of the Barons as Luvano swings and misses.
Saints looking to get some insurance runs and spark a little late inning rally this game.
The Saints with just 5 outs to work with in this game to score 4 runs in order to tie this game up. The count is 1-1 to Luvano.
Two on, 1 out. 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Two, 1. In the dirt, that skips away from Hall. So runners will advance, and now 2 on out, scoring position, 2 in scoring position now. 3-1 count, good hitters count for Lovano.
And from that wild pitch, with both runners advancing, it takes away the double play ball for the Barons. So an opportunity now for Thomas Lovano.
3-1. He pops that out of play as a foul and just gets away
From Hurd.
From Hurd as he ran a little bit too far and could not reach it. It's a full count to Lovano.
And that's a play that the first baseman needs to make. He needs to make that catch. And the Saints are lucky that he didn't.
Cowley on deck. Full count. Robles at third. Tressler at second. And that ball forward gets to a backstop. Robles will score for third. And the Saints get a run back. Right now trail 3-6.
And Tressler advances to third. So there will be runners on the corners here with 1 out.
Now batting shortstop number 21, Drew.
And coming to the plate now will be the Saints shortstop, Drew Cowley.
Cowley with a walk, a sac, ground out, and a strikeout. Men on corners for the Saints. Tressler at third, Lovano at first, 1 out. Cowley's will step in the batter's box. First pitch misses high, 1-0.
And wild pitches from Sakani have cost the Barons in this inning.
That pitch is in the dirt, 2-0. Saints looking to bounce back and pick up a victory after losing yesterday's matchup against over at San Luis Obispo against the Blues 7-3. The 2-0 in the dirt. Holt tried to scoop that and keep, but just the ball skids away from his glove. So Lovano will advance to second. So Sakani with his third wild pitch, struggling with his command this top of the 8th inning.
And again, a wild pitch from Sakani and an advancement from Lovano from first to second takes away the double play ball for the Barons. So an opportunity now for Drew Cowley to pick up some more runs for the Saints, but he draws the walk, and that'll load the bases.
So bases loaded for the Saints. And Coach Kenny Lemro, former Dodger, part of the 1981 World Series, actually caught the final out to win that victory for the Dodgers. A little fun fact for baseball fans, particularly Dodger fans. And easy pitching change here, and Sakani has struggled this inning. Only recorded 1 out. Bases loaded now. And here the Saints, you have the right man up, Garriola, who solo shot in his last inning. We're going to take a little quick break to give us more. When we come back, we will have more info on the pitcher for the Barons. Stay tuned.
by? Applebee's? Okay.
Now batting
Welcome
first
back
baseman
here.
number 9, Andy Garriola.
Top of the 8th inning. Saints trail 6-3, bases loaded for Andy Garriola, who crushed a home run to left field in his last at-bat. New pitcher on the mound for the Barons, number 12, David Appleby out of University of Michigan, who is currently in the College World Series competing.
Yeah, so interesting to see a University of Michigan pitcher here in the Summer League. But here he is.
Garriola fouls that out, 0-1.
So Appleby will be entering his senior season next year at the University of Michigan. The right-hander stands in at 6'4", 200 pounds. So he's a big guy. Intimidating presence on the mound.
Misses that high, 1-1.
And the great opportunity for Garriola with the bases loaded to kind of tack some more runs on for the Saints
1-1.
to shorten the deficit.
Hits that short to second, and easy 5-4-6-3 double play to end the inning for the Saints. Not the hit you were looking for if you're Arroyo Seco.
Yeah, definitely. That was probably exactly what they did not want from that at-bat.
So Appleby comes in with the bases loaded and 1 out and gets out of a jam here. We were headed to the bottom of the 8th inning where Lucio Pettis will be up to bat. So don't go away. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Saints trailing 6-3. You're watching Saints baseball on YouTube Live, the official network of Arroyo Seco Baseball.
the third baseman, number 5, Christian Lucio.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the 8th inning. Saints trailing 6-3. Had an opportunity to get some runs on the board, the top of the 8th inning, but grounded out with the bases loaded. First pitch shows a show bunt to Christian Lucio, who popped out, single, stole a base, and grounded out. New pitcher on the mound for the Saints is number 19, Alex Cornwell, out of USC, as Lucio could not keep up with that heater. 0-2 count. The 0-2 in the dirt. 1-2. Cornwell on the year has only appeared in 2 innings. Gave up 1 run. Struck out 2. 1 hitting, 1 looking. Gave up 3 hits. No walks. The 1-2 gets him looking. The pitch in the changeup in the middle first. Strike
Now
3,
batting right fielder,
1 down.
number 15, Kendall
So
Pettis.
Cornwell comes in and strikes out the first strikes out the first hitter he faces.
Brings things up for Kendall Pettis, the right fielder, who is over 2 with the walk, a strikeout, and a ground out, along with the stolen base. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Final lineup for Michael Garza, who's gone 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks. That pitch is inside, gets that inside corner for strike 1-1. A little bit off the plate. In the middle. 1-1. And hits that nearly in the dugout.
And
Rocking
look
that.
out, man.
Look out, guys. Everyone's safe from what we see.
And Saints players taking cover in the dugout after that one.
As he fouls that one, but a little slower grounder, so.
And luckily, no one was hurt after that foul ball. I mean, there's no netting or protection for players in the dugout.
So 1-2 count will continue. Garza with the windup. This is low, evens the count at 2-2.
And Saints players in the dugout will crouch for the rest of this at bat, taking cover.
As Pettis fouls that out behind, ducking cover.
And a little information about the lefty Cornwell. 6'2", weighs about 185 pounds, and he is from La Cañada, California. So a local product for the Arroyo Seco Saints.
2-2, it swings and misses at that breaking ball.
Now
2
batting
down.
pitcher, number 26,
Strikes out
Alante
2.
Hall.
This inning. Brings things up for the catcher, Alante Hall, who's 1 for 3 with the ground out RBI single and struck out his last at bat. Takes that first pitch outside, 1-0.
So a good start for Cornwell as back-to-back strikeouts. And he's working quickly here on the mound.
And now Hall fouls that out of play, not as fast, nor near the dugout, but of course still a scary moment. The 1-1. Make that 2. 2 foul balls in a similar location. 1-2 now. Saints trying to get out of this inning cleanly. The 1-2 count with that curveball, and now Hall hammers that out of play over the bullpen. So Saints players on their toes a little bit here. All these foul balls. Quick 1-2. Fouls that out of play. Hopefully that did not hit my car. Count will remain on 1-2. Or anyone's car in particular.
And Alante Hall doing a good job thus far, staying alive.
1-2. Fouls that to Garriola, but he loses the ball, but is able to recover. And good hustle from Cornwell to get the final out at first. So 8 innings in the books here at MLB Academy Field in Compton, California. We will head to the 9th, where the Saints have 3 more outs to stay alive this evening. Don't go away here. You're listening to the Saints on YouTube Live, your official broadcasting network of Arroyo Seco Baseball.
For the Saints, number 8, the right fielder, Evan Russell.
Top of the 9th inning here. Saints still trailing 6-3, looking to make a comeback here.
And Appleby will remain on the mound for the Barons. Stepping up to the plate for the Saints will be right fielder Evan Russell.
Russell's 0 for 3 with a pair of groundouts and a strikeout. He takes that first pitch, swing and miss, a very slow changeup there. 0-1.
So an important bat for the Saints here with only 3 outs to work with.
The 0-1. This low gets a piece of Hall's mask. 1-1.
And it would be important, or could kind of spark some momentum if Russell's able to get on board here.
1-1 count. And fouls that off his foot. 1-2. Barron's looking to bounce back from a long against Santa Barbara Foresters a couple of days ago on Friday. The 1-2 misses way outside, gets past Hall, evens the count now at 2-2. Barron's trying to move on to 7-4. CCL play. 2-2, and he fouls that out of play. Barons currently entered today 5-4 in CCL, 6-4 overall, trying to improve to 7-4. Saints entered today at 500 overall, 6-7 in CCL. Trying to make it to 500 CCL standings. The 2-2, trying to get him Russell to chase in the dirt. Doesn't. Full count.
And the Barons are second in the CCL race, while the Saints are in fourth. So the Saints would like to make a dent and try to move into that top 3 spot.
As Russell bounces it short, and Ortiz with the easy routine play, 1 down.
Now batting second baseman number 4, David Reyna.
And stepping up to the plate now for the Saints will be the second baseman, David Reyna.
Reyna on the evening is 1 for 3 with a triple, fly out, and struck out in his last at bat. First pitch to Reyna is right in the middle of the plate, 0-1. Next game against the Saints, they will actually come back here on Tuesday at 6 o'clock this time. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2. Thomas McCarthy, the catcher. Deck actually is a pinch hitter.
Anthony Forte.
Forte on the deck. Yo 2. Got him looking at the changeup right at the middle. Strike 3, 2 down for the Saints. The pinch hitter for the Saints, Anthony Forte. Second pinch hitting for Thomas McCarthy.
And not
Anthony Forte.
an ideal start to this top of the 9th, as 2 up and 2 are down for the Saints. And they are down to the last out here. And it's up to Anthony Forte to keep the line moving.
Forte is batting .533 as he hits that to center field. That ball was going, chasing at the wall and over the head of, and Forte will easily have a triple standing up. That ball goes over Williams Jr.'s head. Nice effort. Just gets above his glove. Good piece of clutch hitting for Forte, now 90 feet away.
So great job by Forte, keeping the Saints alive here in the top of the 9th.
So another pinch hitter now for the Saints. Number 14.
Wyatt Stapp.
Wyatt Stapp.
And that was a shot by Forte, by the way. Went to deep center, and that center field wall is 400 feet. So great piece of hitting.
Major league level
Absolutely.
here as Wyatt Stapp with pinch hitting for Tito Robles. Takes first pitch low, 1-0. Stapp out of University of Cincinnati. He's appeared in 2 games this season so far, batting 125. Struck out once, walked 1, had 1 walk, but got routes that to second. Anderson with the routine play, and that will do it. So Saints have tried to spark a little late inning rally here in this 9th inning after the triple from Forte, but just couldn't get the have none. So after tonight, so that's the end of the ball game here from Compton, California. The Barons remain hold on to the lead and have won this game 6-3. So the Barons have bounced back from their previous loss to the Forcers and have picked up their 7th win on the season. Meanwhile, the
Saints will fall to 6-8 in CCL play and 7-8 overall. The final stat line for the game, Saints scored 3 runs on 5 hits with 2 errors, while the Barons score 6 runs on 9 hits with 1 error.
So going into next week's Tuesday's game, what do you think the Saints have to do to come back here and redeem themselves Tuesday evening's game in this field?
Well, I think they need to produce some more runs. It didn't seem like the offense really got going until maybe the middle part of the game. I mean, they only had 1 hit until the 5th inning where they were able to score the first run. So I think if they're able to get on the board early maybe and keep their momentum, and then, defensively, limit the errors if you can. They had 2 crucial errors today, and it cost them.
The final line here for the Saints players of the game. So starting with actually the Barons, half of those runs came from Basil Williams Jr. with 3 RBIs, 1 RBI single and an RBI double, scoring 2 runs. For the Saints, Andy Garriola with a solo shot, and 2 other runs was scored based off the errors and walks. Well, 1 coming from David Reyna and another from Tito Robles. And Noel Soto would pick up the W for the Barons, going 5 innings, give up 2 hits, 1 run, and 6 strikeouts. Young going 5 innings will pick up the loss as he's gone 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, struck out 1 and walked 1. Thank you for joining us. Just make sure you subscribe, hit the subscribe button where you can get Arroyo Seco Saints coverage at home and away games just as tonight. So you were listening to Saints baseball live from Compton, California, just outside Los Angeles. This has been Nicola Rojo alongside Jack Steele. Thank you again. Have a great night, and we will be live on Tuesday at first pitch at 6:05 back here. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday or Monday if you're in the East Coast. Good night.